What up and welcome to the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I'm your host, Rombone. Thank you for tuning in. Tonight we got a very special guest. I told you I was going to be doing more interviews. Had to get the homie Devereaux on here. What's good, dude?
Good, brother. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you hopping on here. This is it's dope.
This is huge for me too, bro. Fucking Beneath the Dirt is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're the news, dog. Like, and I've been loving your show for a long time, man. So it's an honor to be here, dude.
Yeah, you've shown love for a long time. It's always been super dope. To get love like that. And I mean, shit. You listen to the show. You know, I've said, especially recently, you're my top producer out there right now in the Wicked Underground, just fucking killing it.
Thank
on
you,
the
man.
production tip.
Thank you, bro. Just trying to do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah, dude. Your production, your evolution of the production that you've been putting out. Because I mean, shit. I've been following. I first became familiar with you with Swag Tooth.
Mm-hmm.
You had some production on Dead York.
Yep.
And then, of course, all your work with Ouija Macc. You're pretty much the exclusive producer for Ouija at this point. You produce most of his projects.
Yep.
And yeah, man, you're watching your evolution has been fucking awesome. And I kind of want to go back to the beginning a little bit with you, because I don't know if people know, and I don't know. So I kind of want to get a little bit of background on Devereaux. How'd you get started in music?
Man, so I've been playing guitar since like the 6th grade, and that's really kind of been like, I remember seeing like old records my dad had like sitting around the house and shit, and seeing like these old rock records. And back then you would see like Kiss records or like Dio records, the shit my dad used to listen to, man. And just seeing the artwork on it was blowing my wig back. I was like, holy fuck, this is like next level shit, just because the imagery was so over the top.
Yeah.
And that kind of led me to like go in and like listen to the shit. And that was kind of like my first like introduction to music that wasn't like mainstream bullshit you hear on the radio. So that was really like my start into like getting introduced into music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then I started learning how to play guitar and shit. My dad taught me because he's been playing for years and shit. And that kind of became my first love, man, is like really the guitar and trying to start bands and shit and, etc. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's dope. Or musician, that's like, perfect time to get into it when you're a young ass kid like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're just a little sponge, fucking just soaking up all that information.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember I fucked around with guitar a little bit when I was a kid. I didn't get too much into it, but yeah, it's just when music calls you at such a early age, and like your pops playing that music and shit. Like I remember my pops playing fucking AC/DC, Black Sabbath,
Yep.
shit like that.
The classics, man.
Yeah, dude. Like just being influenced by like that hard rock sound. So instantly you're gonna want to get into that kind of style. What was the type of shit you were listening to growing up?
So like classic rock was like my first love, and I was always like the metal guy, you know what I'm saying? Like once I got into high school, I got into heavier shit like Slipknot, ICP, Manson was huge. A lot of core bands too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Metalcore, deathcore, all kind of like the trendier like Suicide Silence, fucking Atreyu, like shit like that was out at the time. And that was really shit I used to bump like around then, man. And it holds a special place in my heart. It's kind of like a nostalgia shit, you know what I'm saying? But after a while, I kind of noticed that that scene really wasn't going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so that's when I kind of turned and started falling in love with hip hop at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I remember some of like the first hip hop things I heard, like once I kind of started switching genres, was like MF Doom. Fucking, it was like in the early days of YouTube, man. Do you remember that? Like when YouTube was like first coming up, and you would see like instrumental tapes and shit, and like,
Yep.
and me and my homies used to like pull these fucking MF Doom beats up and start like freestyling to them and shit, and just being like captivated by his production. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, man, that was really, that's really kind of like the early years of me, like the shit I used to listen to back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right. When did you get into producing, rap music, the shit that you do now?
Hell yeah, man. So what had happened is like during that whole time, I was trying to start bands and shit, dude. So bands are a labor of love, man, because you knowing like what you do as like a creative, you know the only person that can keep up with you is you.
Right.
So having a group of 4 people with like the same vision, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it happens, but like having 4 people with the same drive and shit as you is like usually like a million to one chance, you know.
Right.
So what had happened is you know, I was kind of over the band thing, and fucking, I ended up on YouTube, and at the time, Waka Flocka was fucking huge, dog. This is like 2010, 2009,
Yep.
and I saw a video of Lex Luger. He's his producer, cooking up beats on a laptop, and I didn't even know that was possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it seems like that was yesterday, but 2010, like, you know, I thought you made beats on a fucking MPC, which you do. But
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like I thought that was the only way you could go about doing that shit. So when
Right.
I found out that like you could just download a program and start making beats on it, it like changed my fucking world, man. Like, and that became like my passion, you know, was learning how to make beats on this fucking shitty laptop I got at a flea market. You know what I'm saying?
So dope. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like, that brings me back 2010. Like, I bring it up all the time. The horrorcore forums, the horrorcore.com forums back in the
Yeah.
day, and that's like when home studios really started to become a thing. Like
Yes.
it became more affordable. You started seeing a shitload more underground dudes coming up,
Yep.
producers. It was always less producers than rappers, though.
Right.
Everybody's trying to be a fucking rapper. Ain't
Everyone.
nobody trying to turn out dope beats,
You're so
you know?
right. Yeah.
And some of these motherfuckers out here need the beats, They could
Yeah.
have, if they took the time to do that shit. But yeah, around that time, for sure, you started seeing an influx of dudes, especially in the Wicked Underground scene, turning out music for better or for worse.
Do you remember when Graveyard Blues dropped? Like when it first dropped?
For sure.
What was that like, man? Like what was that era like? Cuz
Man, I remember when Chapters came out,
wow.
and
Oh
like
shit.
hearing the songs for that and being like, "Oh shit. This this is some of like the best horrorcore wicked shit I've heard in a minute."
Yeah.
And you could still tell it was raw,
Yeah.
but that by the time Graveyard Blues came out, it was like, "Oh, okay, these dudes got it fucking figured out."
Yeah.
Second album in. I think they had released like a rarities in between,
Hmm.
but yeah, by the time Graveyard Blues came out, it was like, "Oh, these are the guys right here." Like
Yeah.
Markgraf is that shit. And I've been heard of LSP since shit. I want to say 04, 05. I started hearing Scum's name pop up.
Wow.
Um, and you know, didn't really take too much notice, to be honest. But then when he started signing people, and started, signed like Dark Out. But yeah, I remember when Graveyard Blues came out, man. That shit was, to me, I've probably said this about 30 albums, but that's a top 10 wicked shit
Ever? You're saying ever?
ever.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's a good fucking album, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, talking about LSP, you're recently signed to LSP. It was announced you and Darby O'Trill. What's it like being, what's it like being on LSP now, knowing that they had put out shit like Graveyard Blues, put out dudes like Insane Poetry, Liquid Assassin. What's that like?
It's dope, man. Really, like, the relationship I have with LSP is like fam over there. Really, like, Darby O'Trill was signed on the Experimental Drugs label to do that one album, and since me and him are always like doing projects together, like, I was like, dude, I'll fucking produce the whole project for you, run the play, dog. So I just got family ties with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
I'm out here running. I'm out here just like being like a free agent or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
just getting it in with everybody. No, it's cool, man. Because really before that all happened, I was working with everybody over there, anyways. You know what I'm saying? I had tracks with Scum already.
Yep.
I had tracks with Damien already in the cut. I think we had something with Smalls One in the bag too. So it was always like communication and shit with them. So it was all love. So when I was kind of developing Darby O'Trill up, I was like, damn, dog, wouldn't it be fresh to do an album through LSP? Like, it makes the most sense. You know what I'm saying? From an A&R perspective. You know what I'm saying? If you get Darby O'Trill, who would you sign him to? LSP. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It just adds up. So that's always been family over there. Shout out to Insane Poetry too, man. But yeah, like that whole thing was just so fresh because it just went the way I envisioned it, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes so much sense. And it's dope, man. That's family over there. I'll produce fucking everything for him. You know what I'm saying?
You're already a busy man, and you're saying you'll be even more busier than you already are. Dope.
Yep.
What's it like working with Damian Quinn? You brought up Graveyard Blues. I mean, I got to assume that you love that album if you just brought it up like that.
Dude, it's I'm on my fanboy shit, bro. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm a fan of everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I talk to him, I still think I'm talking to fucking that's not a homie. That's like Damian Quinn. You know what I'm saying? Right. So every time I'm talking to him, I'm still in on. I always fucking ask him like fanned out questions. I was like, bro, what was it like, recording fucking taxidermy and shit? You know what I'm saying? I'll get real fucking stoned and just start asking him like fan questions and shit. But it's a dream come true, man. It's like you said, bro. These dudes are legends in the game, man, and all and I'm just like fucking honored to be making music with him. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. It's fucking awesome to see the underground work the way it does. You work with Ouija. You just, in the last few years started producing shit for ICP. Mm-hmm. Now you're over on LSP doing shit with those guys.
Yep.
It's awesome seeing the work spread around like that.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah. How did you link up with LSP though? How did you first like get in touch with those guys or start business with them?
I'm like one of those people that don't give a fuck to reach out to whoever to like kind of get like different, not opportunities, because I don't look at it like that, but try to open as many doors for the team as possible. So I'm a shameless like DMer if I fuck with your music and shit. So honestly, I just DM Scum directly, and I was like, hey bro, like, I love your music, like, let's do something. And I'm not sure if at the time he knew like I did all the Ouija shit, but we just started DMing back and forth, and I was like, bro, I'll send you some beats, let's do something, and that was that Die Young shit off that new album he dropped like last year or whatever. And that's really what started it all, man. Is just kind of being like networking like it's 2010 type shit. You feel me?
Right. Just hopping in the DMs, fucking
Yeah,
trying to
man.
make it happen.
That's all it is, bro. That's all it is, bro. Just don't be fucking scared to hit up people, man, because you never fucking know, man. There's opportunities waiting. You just gotta ask. You know what I'm saying?
The worst they could say is no.
Yeah, man.
And then you just move on. Like, fuck
That's
it.
it.
It's like asking a bitch out. They're either gonna say yes or no. They say yes, awesome. They say no, fuck it. There's another one waiting.
That's all it is, man. Yeah, and Scum being a real one immediately reached back out, and we fucking we knocked those tracks for his album out like fucking super quick, and it was dope, man. And that kind of birthed that whole, you know what I'm saying? So once D heard his shit, and you know what I'm saying, IP heard the shit, so it's just kind of like a ripple effect. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah. Very dope. Do you have anything with IP in the works?
I think we have some triple MFD shit in the cut that
Okay.
Scum sent. Yeah, he sent me some shit a while back, and I remember it was him and IP on that shit. So yeah, I do believe there's some shit in the vault for sure.
Because that dude is a fucking problem. He been a problem on the microphone.
Dude, I love IP.
For a long ass time. He's a chill ass dude too. I met him at, where did I meet him? Well, I met him at Axmas a couple years ago in Boston. And I was talking to him, and he's just a chill ass dude, man.
That's what I love about the whole LSP camp, man, is they're just like your crazy uncles, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're so cool, you know? You Scum be talking about like chopping heads off and shit. And when you meet him in person, he's just like a cool dude that like drinks Jaeger like that. You know, we got down like that at fucking what the fuck, Bury the Living, man. That was so cool seeing, like, I was like, dude, this dude really loves the Jaeger, bro. Holy fuck. You know what I'm saying? It was ill.
Man, Jaeger, that shit is just blackout juice right there. I swear.
You fuck with Jaeger?
Hell no. I don't drink anymore. But yeah, Jaeger, when I did drink and I drank Jaeger, I swear I take one shot of that shit. We ain't remembering the rest of the night after that for sure.
Yep. That you fat. Yeah, that's facts, bro.
Fucking Jaeger. Scum loves that shit, man. But he is chill as fuck. I've seen him perform many a times, opening up for people's tours and shit. Always at the merch booth, always in the crowd, just shooting the shit with people.
Yep.
That shit's dope. Ouija does that shit too. Ouija, after, I think this was before I started the podcast, or maybe right in the beginning when he was on tour with Shaggy for the Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker tour. And he had performed, and it was end of the show. Shaggy got off stage. He just walked by, and I was like, yo, you fucking killed it tonight. Like, your set was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I'm becoming more of a fan every time I fucking see you and hear you, whatever. And he's like, that's fucking dope. Let's take a picture. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, fucking just chill ass dude. Like, shit like that. And then that's like something that is refreshing. You know, sometimes I've had encounters with other people. I won't say who, but you're like, hey, what's up? Fuck, whatever. Just trying to, you know, hey, what's up? Big fan. And they just walk by, don't even fucking acknowledge you. You're like, wow, you're an asshole, dude.
Holy fuck. That's whack, son.
Yeah. Real fucking whack. And this was back in the day, one of the bigger groups in the underground, and, you know, sitting outside waiting after the show.
Yep.
And motherfucker just walks by everybody. You can't have that shit in this fucking scene.
You can't, man. You really can't. Fuck all that rock star shit, dog.
Yeah. Like, dude, we just paid to fucking see you. I get it. You just got off stage and shit, but a simple what's up or fucking thank you.
Yep. You're right. 100%.
So yeah, you're on LSP. You got announced with Darby. I know Gully's coming soon. Darby be hyping that shit up like crazy on Twitter. What can you tell me about Gully? Because I know you're producing that whole thing, right?
Yeah, man. I produced the whole project. We took the concept of Piecemeal, which was like kind of that record was almost like a punk rock record. You know what I'm saying? It's very it's very murky sounding. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a Misfits record, kind of, because it's so like, I don't know, it just has that aggressive energy or whatever. anyways, for Gully, we kind of wanted to come in and kind of step all that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Make it darker. Like, you're a big Slipknot fan, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So I compare it to like an Iowa. You know what I'm saying? Like, where
Yep.
like the first Slipknot record is kind of like a little more focused and dialed in, and it has some like different textures and shit. But Iowa just becomes this big fucking metallic dark place. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened on Gully. We took like Piecemeal and made it like super fucked up and like dark, slow, atmospheric. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're high if you're smoking while listening to like Piecemeal, you will fucking probably have a panic attack because it's just so dark and weird. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah.
yeah, it's wild, man.
That's fucking dope, man. You know, shout out to Darby O'Trill. I remember that dude being in the chats when I was doing the Wicked Shit Wednesday shows
Mm-hmm.
when I first started doing this shit.
Dude, I love that show. That shit was so dope.
It was awesome, man, but I was getting in too much trouble with YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of fun shooting the shit with the chat, taking
Yeah.
requests. I love that shit, man.
I'll be sitting there on a Wednesday night, like, okay, let's go. What's Rowan gonna play next?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Or I would just hear some shit I'd like never heard before, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It was dope, man.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So that's dope. Gully's gonna be fucking even darker and crazier than Piecemeal.
Yeah.
I fucks with Piecemeal. I had
Thank
to
you,
cop
bro.
that the reissue through LSP.
Hell yeah. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got support the homies,
Mm-hmm.
especially if it's good. You know.
Yeah. Yep.
Any live instrumentation on Gully?
Yeah, man. A lot actually. There's it's hard to even describe it, man. My favorite song is I think the last song on Gully or the second to last, and it's all like guitar work
Mm.
and him on some singing shit. But it's dope, man. You're gonna be like, oh, that's whack, but like, dude, it's dope, man. Like, just
Fuck that. I love that type of shit. Switch it
yeah,
up, man.
exactly, man. It's so left field, bro. But like, it's on some different shit, man. I feel like you're gonna like it, dude, for real.
Fuck yeah. I mean, your production on Pretty Ugly 2 was like a step up.
Thank you, bro.
I felt like Resistance 2 was building up for Wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
Wasteland, kind you were playing around with those sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Dirtbag had a little bit similar sounds, but you were experimenting a little more. And then Pretty Ugly 2 was just like this whole new sound. And there was live guitars on that, yes?
Oh yeah, yeah, all over that shit, man.
Yeah. Like I
Yeah.
love that shit. I was like, yo, because I mean I've seen you post pictures on the socials with playing the guitar and shit. I'm like, yo, this dude's incorporating guitars and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, your production on Pretty Ugly 2 was fucking so good, and I think that's what made it my favorite rap release last year. Like the production on that shit.
No, man, it was that whole kind of transition was super interesting, bro, because like at the time, like you had nothing but bangers kind of come out. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't this other texture and tone of the music. You know what I'm saying? Like they were just like fucking, all slaps back to back to back to back. It was just aggressive 808 shit. Yep. So I remember kind of going into the fucking, this was like after Wasteland a little bit. I was like, fuck, man, like I really want to like do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like cook up a different way and kind of like show people a different side of what it is that we can do. Because I know Ouija can make records like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I started fucking around with the guitar. You know what I mean? Looped it up, threw some drums over it. And like one of the first songs that were like that was like that Route 17 shit. You know, he was like, bro, send me some Lil Peep type shit. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it like with my twist on it. And that's kind of how you got that sound. And he sent me that Route 17 shit. I was like, holy shit, that song is fucking crazy, dog.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, this is like a whole new like avenue of shit like we can fuck around with. You know what I'm saying? And it makes the record sound a little bit more like, it just adds dimension. You know what I'm saying? Like, my bad, I'm going in, but like, yeah, it just adds a whole nother atmosphere, you know?
Absolutely. No, that's the shit. That's what I like seeing, I think it's okay to stick with a certain sound for a little bit, but after a while, it does become stale. Like there's been groups that did a similar, that had a sound and just stuck with it, just rode with that fucking sound, and then eventually it was like, all right, can we switch it up? Like,
100%.
So switching it up to me is is really dope. Like the Quiet Game beat.
Yeah.
I love that shit, man. That's my favorite song on that project. And that shit's just fucking fire, man.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, that fucking beat goes crazy for real.
Yeah. I remember I had hit you up with Pretty Ugly 2 first dropped. I forget what beat it was. It might have been Quiet Game or something. I was like, yo, this beat is fucking insane.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, word, what project's that on?
Yo, I was
like, oh, this is a busy motherfucker. He don't even know where this shit is.
Yeah, you hit me with that. I was like, okay, like, let me try to think. Yeah, no, my bad, bro.
That's all good. That just proved to me, I'm like, oh, this is just a busy fucking guy right here. Like, he's turning out so much music, he can't even keep track of where shit is being placed.
It'd be like that, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, I can only fucking imagine.
Yeah.
Doing all the work that you do. Speaking of Ouija Macc, he's got, I'm gonna assume, or at least speculate, that the fourth element, Still Wind, is coming. What can you say, if in fact it is Still Wind or not? What's the new shit with Ouija like?
Dude, it's just like another step up. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm starting to fuse both sounds together. Like, the aggressive guitar shit is like on the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that I've had more time to like dwell in that Pretty Ugly vibe, like, it's evolving past that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fusion of both. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a little bit more sampling on this record and shit. Like, it's just more variation. You know what I'm saying? Like, just shit. I've been smoking like hella weed while making beats and shit, and I make like really weird shit when I'm stoned. So like, that's been like dope too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fuck yeah. That's fucking dope, man. Hey, whatever fucking gets the creative process going, fuck it.
Yeah. Do you burn, Ron?
I used to. I'll partake, depending on the situation.
Yeah.
Like if I were to fucking see you at a show and you passed it to me, I'm not turning it down.
Bro, you got to pull up to the gathering, bro. We got to burn one at the gathering. That's the vibe.
I know, dude. I got to get to a gathering, man. I've never been. It's just like, I feel weird going out by myself. It's one thing to go to a show. Like, shit, I've been going to ICP shows by myself damn near the entire time I've been listening to like ICP, Twisted, and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't have friends that are into the shit that I'm into.
Yeah.
So I go to shows dolo. That's one thing. It's a 20-minute drive to Worcester.
Yeah.
But like, traveling however many fucking hours to a gathering, I don't, I know people online and shit, but I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't really know anybody.
Yeah.
It's just weird. But I definitely got to get to a gathering, man, at some point.
Yeah, dog. It's fucking magical, dog, for real.
How is it getting to a point where you're like getting your own events at the gathering now?
Dog, that was fucking crazy, bro. Cause dog, I have never played in my life to a fucking a crowd that big, bro. Like, I've played like in a band, like fucking 20, 30 people at a show type shit.
Yeah.
So like, bro, they were like, yeah, you're gonna DJ at the fucking gathering. I'm like, huh? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And bro, like, I'll tell you a funny fucking story. Me and Shaggy were up there, right? And like, I think King 810 or whatever was like just leaving, or they were just coming up, bro. And when I walked there, and you know what it was? My bad. It was right after R.A. the Rugged Man played, bro. He leveled that fucking place, dog. Like, Juggalos love R.A., dog. So I come out there, and the whole fucking place is lit. Like, you walk into a party, and you're like, bro, it's fucking lit in here. Yo, I walked out there to a sea of people I couldn't see the end of, bro. I was like, what is going on right now, bro? And Shaggy's like, dude, you gotta play something fresh. And I was like, fucking Harden the Paint. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that, just real Juggalo moments, bro. Like 17 shit, for real.
that's fucking dope.
Yeah.
That's fucking. I can only imagine what it's like walking out on stage to a fucking sea of people at the gathering, and you're like, all right, time to turn the fuck up.
Crazy. Crazy, bro. Yeah, dream come true, man. For real.
Hard in the Paint too. Fucking. I think the Juggalos fucked with Waka Flocka when he performed there.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
He's a fucking hype ass dude. That dude's nuts.
Dude, I love fucking Walker. That's another huge like rap inspiration for me, bro, because I really feel like yeah, you had crunk shit and yeah, you had like 3-6 and shit. But like for me, like Waka Flocka was like a pivotal shift in the way that like rap music has been changed forever, bro. Because he really introduced that like new school trap sound to like everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, like that's another like Flockavelli to me, like I know I might get flamed up, but like Flockavelli is like the Chronic to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like that impactful. You know what I'm? And that record's like 12 years old or some shit. Like,
Yeah,
and people still sound like that. Crazy. Like, yeah, it's nuts, man.
that's dope, man. I like. To me, like you said, you might get flamed up for it, man.
Yeah.
Fuck that, man. You like what you like, and
Mm.
it's just that's super dope, man. Like
Yeah.
I never got to Waka's shit, but I mean, if I heard it, I wasn't mad at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Feel you.
Um, you know, doing the gatherings, walking out on stage with Shaggy,
Mm.
longtime juggalo. When did you become a juggalo?
I had first heard of ICP in like '09. I was in high school. And fucking, this was big when like LimeWire was booming, dog. So like, you got everything off LimeWire. Yo, that shit was crazy, dog. Like, you know the rush you would get from downloading shit from LimeWire, bro. Like, that shit was like, dog, I'm doing some illegal fucking shit right now. Like, I'm tripping. Anyways, so I remember hanging out in like this TV production class I had, and this dude came up to me. He's like, "Bro, you like ICP?" And I'm like, "Never heard of him." Like, and he's like, "Listen to this," and he plays Boogie Woogie Woo over the headphones. I'm like, "Holy shit, what the fuck is this, dude?" Like, so immediately I went home and like fucking downloaded like the Nedden game, but it was called something else though. What's the name that people call that song?
Just the game show, I think.
The game show. Yeah, it was something, and it's like that's clearly not the name of the song
Right.
now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's so stupid. Why is that a thing? Anyways, bro. Yeah, I remember fucking playing the Nedden game and being like, dog, what the fuck? And at that time they were big in like Hot Topic and shit. So like you would do some research, find the Joker's card, and then they would connect like, oh, the shirt at Hot Topic is for ICP, kind of full circle moment. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's that's dope. And, what's it like now working with them?
Dog, that shit
Because
is,
you had a lot of beats on Yum Yum. You did, I think you had one or two on Fearless Fred, and you've done
yeah.
other stuff for them too.
Yeah, man, dog, that shit is still fucking crazy to me, bro. Cause like the first, like that whole era of the first six is like fucking Beatle records. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's crazy for you to get down in '09
yeah,
and recognize that the first six is like
huge,
the the uh the epitome of of ICP or whatever.
dog. So like when I came into this, like they were like, you know, when Jay hit me to start doing beats and shit, because that was like a little after, like either when Gutter Water came out or a little before, bro. Like in 17, I think. And anyways, yeah, he hit me and I was like, holy fuck, bro. Like we're really working on like ICP records right now. Like what the fuck? Like, you know, and then when they hit me to work on a Joker's card, like I understood how fucking important that is, bro. Like that's like you gotta really fucking like you're like in the zone right now. You know what I'm saying? Because Joker cards are not a joke. You have to have like you got to come correct. You know what I'm saying? So it's a fucking huge honor, bro, and fucking super dope, man, to be like on those kind of records, you know, as a fan too. You know what I'm saying? Because like fucking huge on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's it's dope, man. I could only imagine, if I made music and some shit like that happened, it's
Yeah.
fucking fresh. What's your favorite shit you've produced for the clowns?
Oh wow. Holy shit. That's a good question, bro. Um, Probably the Drunk in the Attic, bro. That song fucking slaps.
That shit is fucking fire. That beat is just as soon as that fucking the whatever the fuck that noise is,
Yeah.
dude. That shit that's the best beat. That's my favorite song on Yum Yum. That shit is hard as fuck.
That shit goes crazy, bro. I remember making that beat. I think what happened was is when when Shaggy the Airhead has like beat block, he'll hit me and he'll like, bro, send me a melody or something, and I'll throw my drums on it. And when you do that, it kind of like for me, like making the melody is like the most like complicated part of like making a beat. So when someone provides it for you and you can kind of like tweak things here and there, it's kind of like some rejuvenating shit. You know what I'm saying? When you're making fucking beats all the time. So anyway, so what I did was I laid the melody down for Drunk in the Attic, like the piano shit, and I was like, fuck, like I don't feel like, I want to move on to some other shit. So I sent it to Shaggy, and I was like, bro, do something with this, throw some drums on it, do whatever. And then he adds like his drums, the little flute sounds, the Shaggy thing, and like and the 808 and all that shit. So when you fuse that together, that Drunk in the Attic came out of that. And we sent that to Jay, bro, and he was fucking, bro, he was hyped on that shit. Like, and it came out super dope, man. Like, that's a fucking banger.
That song's definitely a banger, and that beat is fucking really good.
Yeah.
Really, that's fucking awesome that you picked that song.
Hell yeah.
um, so yeah, working with the clowns, and you know, uh, Wicked Vic just dropped. I mean, technically tomorrow, but just dropped.
Hmm.
Do you have any production on there?
I believe so. Yeah, I think we do have some shit on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So still actively working with them. I mean, it was
Yeah.
announced in the Yum Yum booklet as you, Shaggy the Airhead, as like new psychopathic in-house producers.
Come on, man. That's fucking so crazy. Yeah, for real.
That's fucking dope, man. I mean, I think you deserve it. Like I said,
Thank you, bro.
the work you've put in these past few years. I mean, you and Ouija just turn out music like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys dropped what, 5, 6, if not more projects just in the last two years.
Bro, what's really crazy about that shit, man, like, and I always reference it to shit when like people ask me, like, that whole COVID era, bro, I was like, dog, we're going fucking hard right now. Like, I think we dropped like 3 projects that year or something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, 3 projects. So I was like, fuck, son, like, we're coming out of COVID with something positive, bro, because we've been going so fucking hard this whole year. There's no way you couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah,
and yeah, it was crazy. Like once everything started opening back up and shit, like I think that was like what a little before Dirtbag came out or something like that. Like shit was up. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, the projects were fucking going crazy. Like it was dope, man. It was really that grind era. You know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, man. It's a bunch of people did it, but I don't think anybody did it quite like
Yeah,
fucking Ouija did. And you're doing most of his production.
yeah,
Just and people like to bring up the argument of, oh, I'd rather have quality over quantity, and I'm like, look, this is a fucking rare exception right here. This is like quality and quantity
mhm,
just being mixed together. Like you don't get that. Like you just
yeah,
don't get that often. Like yeah, people turn out mad projects, but is it always good? Is it just consistently good or getting better?
yeah,
That's a whole nother fucking feat. And you guys just keep getting better and just turning out mad music.
yeah, man. That's always been the ethic, bro. Like me and Ouija, like that's like my biggest thing, bro. Like you could be talented as an artist, right? But if you're dropping every 5 years, like what? You know what I'm saying? So for me, like in like the era of like production that I came up, man, like it was like mixtapes, son. Like fucking everybody was dropping tapes, once a month, once every other month. You know what I'm saying? So you were always hearing new shit. So coming with that mentality into this shit, I was like, bro, like I'm all about efficiency, dog. Like let's knock fucking 20 songs out. You know what I'm saying? Because I work like that. I make that many beats and shit. So like it's all about someone that fucking matches your style, bro. And like Ouija Macc is like one of the only people that has ever been like on that level. You know what I'm saying? Where he's just like knocking songs out, bro. And like dude's like a monster, bro. And I think working that muscle out like keeps you sharp as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't
Yeah.
miss when you're like working out that hard. You know what I mean?
The crazy thing with your guys' chemistry too is you guys live on the opposite sides of the country.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Like you wouldn't know it just based off of the music that's being churned out. Like sometimes you
Yeah.
can tell when some shit is just, you
Dialed in.
know, yeah. But
Mhm.
your guys' chemistry. Have you worked in person in studio with Ouija?
Never, dude. It's all
Never.
been never.
Damn,
It's all just like emails. You know what I'm saying?
that's fucking wild.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. And like I just said, to have the chemistry you have with him,
Hmm.
and to never have been in the same spot churning some shit out
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. Facts. Facts.
We got to make that happen because if we can get you guys in the same fucking room together,
Shh,
I can only
stop.
imagine the fucking devastation that we'd get from those sessions.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm trying to do that, man. Maybe this year I'll fucking go over there and just fucking start cooking up like that. That's a good idea.
That'd be nuts
Yeah.
because where you flew to Detroit, right,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
to work with the clowns.
Yeah, man. Dude. Yeah, we fucking did that, man. That's crazy. That just still blows my wig back, bro. That we went out there like they they flew us out like October of 20. Like this was right when the pandemic started to chill out and shit. And me and Shaggy were like, bro, we have to come with like a jillion beats, dog. We have to come like deep with beats and shit. Cause you're going to the fucking Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big fucking anyways. So we fucking go there, bro, and we're like fucking bumping what was to be like Bedlam and shit. And I'm like, fuck, dude, that wretched shit is crazy. Like, and me and Shaggy were just harping on it. And then I'm like, fuck, dude, Clown Dripping is so insane. Like, at the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
Right.
like, yeah, no, it was fucking crazy, man. That's some shit like I'm gonna tell my kids, bro. Like, that's crazy, man. Like,
Working with them in studio.
what? Yeah,
That
man. Yeah, for real. That's just so humbling and like fucking insane to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's dope, man, for real.
all right. So we got you in the studio with the clowns. We definitely got to make that shit happen with Ouija.
Right? What? You're so right, bro.
Come on, Ouija. We got to get you and Devereaux together. Come on, son. We got to
Yeah,
get you guys together in the studio, banging out some fucking heat. I mean, you guys already turn out heat anyway, but
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
How'd you first link up with Ouija? I know you guys been fucking with each other since the Swag Tooth days.
Yeah, man. Fucking Shaggy the Airhead is like the pillar. You know what I'm saying? Like I was I was clicked in with Shaggy the Airhead when I was working with like down south Florida artists and shit. So me and him started DMing, bro. Bro, that was the time where you could fucking DM people and really get shit popping, bro. Like you can hit up whoever and you might get like an opportunity to like work with an artist or something because like the internet was still coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like right as MySpace and Facebook were kind of like Facebook was anyways. So me and Shaggy were talking over like Instagram, and then he told me, he's like, bro, you gotta fuck with this group Swag Tooth. He like, they need beats, bro. And I'm like, holy fuck. And I'm asking him kind of like, bro, so they work and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, they're quick, they knock out songs, da 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 da. And I'm like, fuck, this is dope, man. So I started flooding them with beats and shit. And then we got back what ended up being Dead York. And I'm like, what? This is insane, you know? And then when Ouija kind of split off from that thing and started doing his like his solo shit, he's like, bro, I need beats. And I'm like, for sure. Like, and I start flooding him with shit and he's just knocking them out. And it's just been that grind ever since, bro. We've been making music like fucking 5 years or something crazy now.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, he put out Gutter Water in 17, right?
Yeah, yeah,
17, Trash Fire right before that,
yep.
and it's been like I think it's up to like 15 projects or some shit like that
Stop. Are you
since then.
serious?
I mean, I have all the CDs,
Yeah,
and I took them out a couple months ago. I'm like, I know a couple of them are like mixtapes that DJ
yeah,
Chunk did and shit, like kind of like greatest hits Ouija shit, but
yeah.
still, a lot of that, like at least 10 projects since 5 years ago. That's a lot of work, and you're doing most of those beats.
Yeah, for real. No, that's a testament, bro. That's crazy. Like, I'm fucking mind blown. It's been that long because it just feels like yesterday. You know what I mean? Like just
Right.
getting started and shit. And yeah, man, it's insane, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you want? Who are some dudes that you want to work with, whether in this scene or just some like dream collaborations?
Whoa, dude. Like I said, fucking Waka Flocka would be a dream. Some more shit with DJ Paul would be crazy. I fucking love 3-6. If I could dream collab, bro, like me and Lord Infamous, like I'm such a big Lord Infamous head, bro. Like shit like that. Or Gino, me and Gino, what the fuck?
That'd be some crazy shit.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Gino Cult shit, man. Fuck.
Yeah, rest in peace, Gino,
Yeah.
man. Man, I would love to see where Dark Half would be at now. You
Yeah.
know, that dude,
Yeah.
he had he had the biggest voice in the underground, man. Like that dude, just him and Damien's chemistry
Hmm.
together was just it was some special shit, and you don't see that type of shit too often.
Yeah. Did you see Dark Half live?
I never got to see them live. I don't
Oh, okay.
think that they ever came to my area. They
Okay.
may have because I know that they did a few tours with like Razakel and shit like that.
Hmm.
So I don't remember off the top of my head. Like if I did remember, that would definitely be like a fucking damn. I should have went to that show type shit. You
For
know,
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
like there's plenty, not plenty, but bands, groups where it's like fuck. Someone
Yeah.
dies or they split up, and it's like,
Yep.
I wish I got to see Alice in Chains live at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Dark Half on some Devereaux production would have been fucking nuts.
I'm saying.
Would have been fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Um, you bring up 3-6. I know you've hit me up a few times because I've posted like the vinyl and shit,
Yeah.
man. Obviously, I mean, you got to be influenced by 3-6.
Oh, insanely, bro. Like I always come at people crazy. Like my favorite 3-6 Mafia album isn't even a 3-6 Mafia album. I personally think Six Commandments is the best 3-6 Mafia album. I'm probably gonna get flamed for that, but I stand firm with Six Commandments, bro, as the hardest 3-6 album of all time.
I just saw you post that the other day,
Yeah.
saying that there was an underrated album or whatever. To say it's your favorite, that's a little wild to me. Um,
Well, I mean, what are your
but
thoughts on that record?
that record's hard as fuck, though.
Yeah, it is.
That record is hard as shit. It sucks that Juicy wasn't a part of it, but still, you had everybody else. And dude, that's some of their darker shit. Like,
Yeah.
kind of bringing it back to like Mystic Styles type shit.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like, they definitely went hard on that album. I can't, I can't deny that it's a fucking dope project for sure.
Yeah. Facts.
But for me, Chapter 2 is my shit.
Yeah, dude, it's between those two to be honest. That anyone out there shit is like that to me. Like I've said this in like a Stone Stupor is like almost like Violent J level storytelling. Like that's just another one of those songs where the storytelling is like in a fucking movie, bro. And I ask anybody, like, I don't like that's why, like, I don't know like a ton of homies that are down with like 3-6. But I asked Darby, I was like, bro, what happened to the fucking janitor, dog? Like, who turned on the janitor, bro? He's like, dog, I have no idea. And I'm like, bro, like, who was foul, bro? Like, Infamous was trying to get out. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man.
When you get storytelling like that, it just makes it even better.
Yeah. What's your favorite ICP storytelling song?
Shit, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's fucking hard. There's so many. Violent J is just one of the best storytellers in hip hop. I don't give a fuck what anybody say.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
just facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he raps about horror movie type shit, but dude, you can make movies out of these fucking 4-minute songs that he does. Like you could turn out a 2-hour. Tell me you can't make a movie out of Amy's in the Attic.
Dude, that yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that song's creepy as fuck. That's definitely up there for as far as storytelling songs. Amy's in the Attic, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
like fucking 12 off Riddlebox. Like holy shit.
yeah, man, 12, fucking
like Killing Fields is another
Killing
one.
Fields.
Yeah.
How Many Times got some like I love that shit. Hallelujah.
Yep.
Talking about the fucked up priest and shit.
Yep. Bro, CPKs is so fucking ill, dog. That's dude, really all of Hell's Pit. I'm sorry, bro. I'm going in, but like Hell's Pit is like a masterpiece, dog. Like that album is flawless.
Not one of my favorite albums, but there are bangers on there. Crooked Preacher Killers is fucking dope because that's some shit that fucking really fucking happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like but no, who else is gonna rap about that shit? ICP's gonna rap about that shit.
Do you remember hearing that song for the first time and being like, holy fuck, I didn't even know you could utter those words. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like,
man.
Fuck, I guess you could kill a preacher. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit.
Yeah. Some preachers are fucked up, man, and
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
And who better to fucking tell it than Insane Clown Posse? It's just their storytelling, the thoughts they come up with, the themes that they come up with, man. Nobody else is doing it. It's so far outside the box of normal, quote unquote normal hip hop. But it's up there, man. It really fucking is. I don't care what anybody says. Their storytelling, the production, all that shit, especially the first 6. What about you? Storytelling songs?
Dog. Like something early? Nah, I might have to go with fucking Suicide Hotline, bro. That one is like, fuck, bro. Like you're there sitting in that like you know what I'm saying? Like you're sitting there like living that shit. Like that's a crazy one, bro. If you ever get a chance, get really stoned and listen to the Suicide Hotline. It's like that's some transcendent shit, dog.
They basically took the skits that were on Great Malenko, made it a fucking song.
Yeah.
And that's an intense fucking song, man. That ain't no point to me waking up. Like, god damn. I love that fucking song. I bumped the fucking shit out of that when that first came out. Like I say, I'm not the biggest fan of Hell's Pit, but the songs that I do like on that album, I bump the fuck out of. And Suicide Hotline's another one. Night of the 44.
Do you know who did production on Hell's Pit?
Hell's Pit was a collaboration of Fritz, Mike P, Isham, and the Clowns.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so it's kind of like they just took people that were working with Psychopathic at that time, and we're just like, all right, we just got to turn out some dark shit.
Wow, because you can hear Isham in that record, bro.
Oh, for sure. Like
CPKs has to have some Isham in it.
The Witch.
Yeah, The Witch. Shit. Yep.
You know, yeah. It's and anytime ICP links up with Isham, man, it's usually a home run.
Yeah, for real.
Are you into Isham's shit like that?
Yeah, like I never went like a deep dive with like Nodis and shit, but like Closed Casket's a fucking slap. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that fucking record, and like Booming Words from Hell is really dope. But some of the later stuff, you know, I'm not too like well versed on Isham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do the beat for Ricochet?
No, I did not.
Okay. I don't think we ever found out who did the beat for that. Or it might be on the CD. I don't have the fucking CD, but that song for them to like reunite as supervillains was hard as fuck.
Yep.
Super dope. But yeah, Isham's just one of those. He's just a fucking legend in this shit.
100%.
It's hard to deny his contribution and everything he did in the scene. But yeah, fucking, it's dope seeing you contribute to the scene. What you're fucking contributing. It's just the newer cats that get you excited to keep this wicked shit going. It's there's been debate online. The wicked shit scene is dying. I've been hearing the wicked shit has been dying for 15 years at least.
Wow.
15 years. I've been hearing that for a long ass fucking time.
Someone always is saying that shit's dying, bro. It's just like a thing. Yeah.
It's like when Nas put out "Hip Hop Is Dead."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People say it all the time. Hip hop's dying. Hip hop's dying. Wicked shit's dying. Hey, we're still here.
Yeah, we're still getting it, bro.
Yeah, man. People are turning out fucking bangers.
Yeah, for real.
What else you got in the works?
Damn, dog. Fucking consistently working on new Ouija shit at all times, man. Like, Ouija shit is like, that's just like my go-to shit. Like, anytime I sit down, cook up a beat, it's Dev style, it goes to Ouija. So he just makes the shit I love to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, he loves the shit I make naturally, so he just knocks that shit out. So always new Ouija coming, bro. Always working with the clowns, man. Fucking LSP, just everybody, really, bro. Just getting it in. Like,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
I just had a thought, and now I can't. Oh, what's your favorite shit you've done with Ouija?
Oh, wow. Bro, I told him the other day, I was like, dog, Killing Spree is my favorite Ouija song. Like, it's just another instance where it's like that storytelling is so fucking vivid for me in that song that I'm like, bro, you took me there, dog. Like, that was just some crazy shit. So I always bump Killing Spree. And the video is insane too, because like when I watch the video, it's like a snapshot of like looking out at that stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I'm in the video type shit, because it was like we live that shit, So the video and like the song for me are like super special, just probably because of all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just dope, man. I love that one the most.
And Ouija got some of the best videos in the underground.
Yeah.
Some of them be kind of simple. He just be in one little spot rapping, but that shit look good as fuck. And that's another reason why we need to get you two to fucking link up, get you in some music videos too.
I need to be on my DJ Khaled shit, bro.
Yes. That'd be fucking fire, dude. Hell yeah.
So down.
Hell yeah. Anything you want to plug? I'm gonna wrap this bitch up.
No, yeah, man. Fucking follow me on Instagram, man. Devereaux at DEVEREAUXX. Fucking Twitter's the same shit, man. Fucking, we do the Swamp Rats every Monday at 9 p.m. I get fucking stoned, and me, Darby, Strife, and Frankie all sit in a fucking Instagram live and just talk shit for an hour. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. We get to interact with all the homies and shit. Talk about music, you know what I'm saying? Just kick it and shit. So it's just like what we're doing right now, you know what I'm saying? But on Instagram. So yeah.
I that was one thing I did want to bring up, the Swamp Rats thing.
Yeah.
I pop in from time to time. I watch you guys shoot the shit. I love the clips that get posted online. Strife posting fucking clips. I love the clip that he posted like last week. It was like Darby just sick of my shit, and Darby's just sitting there like,
yeah.
Stripes fucking talking about something, and Darby's just like not having it at all.
That's it, bro. It just be kicking with the homies. You know what I mean? Like funny shit like that. It's
That's dope.
Yeah.
I appreciate you doing this interview, man. I fucks with you heavy, and this was fucking super dope that we finally got to kick it, because I mean we've been talking here and there. Pretty much since I started the podcast. I mean, you've hit me up long, when I first started doing this shit. So
when you and Mitch would do shit, bro.
Man, where the fuck is Mitch, man?
I know, dude. I was up and up with the Murder Mayhem show, dog. Like, I would watch as the episodes would drop, and I'd be like, oh shit, what's Mitch got to say about fucking Hollow Wicked? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, damn, yeah, that shit was fresh, huh? Anyways, so I would be like bumping Mitch, and then one day it stopped. Like, I want to do a documentary about this shit, bro. Like, I was like, damn, bro, where did Murder Mayhem go? Like, I was waiting for like the Ballas episode or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I can't fucking front. He was one of the dudes that kind of was like, to me, Mitch was like the best doing the Juggalo podcasting.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
he fucking was killing that shit. And I was listening to him for probably a year before I even started. I was like, and I saw nobody talking about this guy. You know, people talking about every other person that's not really contributing fucking anything worthwhile. And you got this dude like just talking about his experiences and shit, and just really well thought out fucking.
But dog, like, that was so early on in the format. Like, this is a format now.
Yeah.
Like, so to see you guys, because you were on some of those episodes, I think, right?
Yep.
To see you guys doing Juggalo podcast that early on is a testament, bro. Like, podcasts weren't as big as they were back then, bro. Like, that was really on some like grinded out type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. Yeah, man. Where the fuck? I see him post up on Twitter like fucking like once every couple of months. He'll post a random thought or whatever. But
yeah, and I'm like, I need the episode, dog. That's like,
I know.
That's like the Dre album.
He said he was gonna come back when Yum Yum dropped, and it hasn't happened yet. So
yeah, he's capping.
I don't know, man. Shout out to Mitch though. But I appreciate you hopping on again, man. This was fucking
absolutely, dog. Yeah,
we definitely gotta do it again.
Yeah, man. Anytime, man. Hit me up. I'm down.
Word up. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in right now. Check out Devereaux. I know you fucking heard his shit at some point. And I'm Roll Bone of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.